All right, this is the first attempt at a vaguely helpful How to Play Innovation by Kyle Chuddock. And like most of his games, they are complex and really difficult to teach in one sense because there's so much information straight off the bat. So I thought I would attempt to vaguely show things in different pockets and then go through the gameplay as turn order. As lots of great Chuddock designs, the rules are in one little tile. And you'll use this as your base. The game is a civilization building game called Innovation. And you build them through innovations. And there's expansions that give you people and cities and different things to build your civilization in even more. But in the base game of Innovation, it's things like the wheel, feudalism, explosives, the metric system, right? And they're all in different ages, from age 1 to age 10. I'm just putting these back so I don't get confused. At the start of the game, you start with 2 first age innovations. And you slowly build up and you use the innovations to trigger different things. And then you have 9 achievements that you can get through different ways. And you have 6 or 5 special achievements that are triggered by either specific cards or specific achievements. Like you get a certain thing and then you can trigger them. The first pocket I want to show is this. Each card has squares, I think they're all squares at this point, squares that have different symbols. Actually, this will show you all the symbols. It's quite useful. In ages 1 to 3, you have fortresses or castles. In age 4 to 10, you have factories. Age 7 to 10, you have clocks. Age 1 to 10, you have crowns or coins, depending on how you see that image. Age 1 to 10, you have leaves. Age 1 to 10, you have light bulbs or globes, depending on where in the world you are. So each have at least 3, and then an explanatory hexagon, which shows you what this is basically. And this comes in later with the expansions, and then some other expansions have different symbols, but the base game looks like this. Title of the innovation, age in which it's found, and then 2 different things in the middle. Either it has a demand, which is something that you make the other players do. The other is not a demand, it's something that you get to do. And then the little shapes around the age number is for colorblind people or people who print and played any of the expansions and it didn't print very good. Yes, we can talk about that later. So, that's that. So then the game starts with one of the players putting one of their innovations in. And then the other player puts one of their innovations in and nothing happens. They just put it in, right? Then the first player goes and they just have 1 action. Usually you have 2, but the first player has 1 action. And the actions you can take are on the back. You can either meld, which is play a card from your hand into your civilization, just like this. Draw, you can take a card of value equal to your highest top card from the supply. So as I've only got a 1, I can only take from the 1 age pile unless there is none left. Then you just go to the next one. You can achieve, which is if you have enough points or if one of your cards tells you can either take the next or the achievement that you can pay for, or the special achievement if you're allowed to. And we'll discuss achievements a little later. Or you can dogma, which is using the action on your card. You can do one at a time. So for example, this one up here would be draw 2 1s. So then I'll just draw 2 1s, right? Those are the main actions of the game. Now, do I have to say anything over here? Not yet. Now, let's say we build this up a little bit. This guy has this guy has this for some reason. Oh, that's confusing for the example, so I'll just do this. And this guy has this, and this guy has this. If you draw if you meld a card of the same color into your civilization, you just put it on top, and later we will be sliding them up and down and left and right. Well, not down, but yet. So each civilization looks like this after a few plays of the game, right? So then if this player goes to Dogma, the wheel, they have to check how many castles each player has. So this player has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 castles. And this player has 1, 2, 3 castles. So it means that this player can do his Dogma without challenge. If this player had some more castles, ooh, that's a good one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Yeah, so if this player has the same amount or more than the player Dogma-ing, they get to share the Dogma. So then they go first. So they do whatever is said, draw 2 once. So they'll draw 2 once, put that there. Then this player goes second, so they draw 2 players, and because they triggered a share, they also get an extra card every time. And then it goes back to this person, and it works the same with demands. If you demand and the other person has the same or more of the symbol than you, then you are not allowed to demand that. So if this player was, I demand you to transfer a top card on your board of a different color from any card on your board to my score pile. If you do draw and tuck a 1, they wouldn't have to do it, right? It's like a safe ground. And so then you go back and forth, and you're building up there's 5 different colors. Sorry, I should have shown that. It's, oh, it doesn't say. Oh, yeah, it does. Red, purple, blue, green, and yellow with those symbols attached. And so sometime during the game, you will either have all 5, and then sometimes it tells you to, it says it on the back, all of these different ones. You can tuck it, so sometimes it tells you to put cards underneath. You can return it, so sometimes you have to return cards. You can splay it either to the left or to the right. Hang on, am I showing that? To the left or to the right, or sometimes you get to go up, and it just means you have more symbols showing, so you can share and defend better. And then the points. So sometimes the cards will say, draw a 2 and score it. So you draw a 2 and you put it in your score pile here next to this. And let's say after a while you have 6 somehow. Then one of your 2 actions every turn you can achieve. And to achieve, you just need to pay 5 times whatever age you want to pay for. So if you want to achieve the first age, you pay 5. And it's a first in best dressed. So if someone's taken the 1, you can't buy the 1 again. And then with 9, it's 45, right? And usually you go in order, but some people skip strategically. So if you have enough in your score pile, you can achieve. And then if you have enough of the things in the special achievements, you can do that too. So for example, claim the special achievement immediately if you have 5 top cards and each is of value 8 or higher, or you can also claim it via astronomy from age 5. So we could even look for that. Astronomy, la 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 la. Oh, did I already take it out? Nope. Nope, it must be one of these. It must be this one. Astronomy. If all non-purple top cards on your board are value 6 or higher, claim the universe achievement, which is that one we just looked at. Right? That is vaguely helpful how to play Innovation. It is very fun, and every game is different because you get different cards at different times. You take out different cards for the achievements, and different people have different strategies. And it has expansions. So I only have 3 of the expansions. I have cities. Yeah, that's my thermos I was going to use as a tripod. Cities which have similar symbols, but it also has these scoring metrics that are new, and it also has these other symbols that happen when you put it in your civilization, and you also get these cards in a different way. And then I have Echoes of the Past and Figures in the Sand, which give you different powers as well. And they've just released a reprint of the entire series with 5 expansions, I think. And they've updated a whole bunch, and it's so good. And you should go out and get it and learn how to play it because it's incredible. And you can play up to 6 players, I think. But I've only played up to 4. And it took the whole table and it was so good. Anyway, vaguely helpful. Hopefully that was helpful.